Alright, hello everyone. Yung lecture natin ngayon, matagal na nating hindi ginawa. Today we are going to do yung tinatawag na journal article review. From my latest count, naka-29 na pala tayo Marami na pala tayong journal articles ang na-present. So for this journal article, I'm going to talk about this article. You can just download this kung gusto nyong basahin on your own. And it's very interesting. Ang title, Purpose in Life as an Asset for Well-Being and a Protective Factor Against Depression in Adolescence. Grabe ang haba ng title, naubos hininga ko So obviously, itong article na to, ang pinaka-variable dito is purpose in life, which is a very busy area of research in the field of psychology. If you're gonna ask me, saan ba pinag-uusapan yung purpose in life, what specialization in psychology, madalas ito sa positive psychology. Okay? So, if you read any textbooks in POSISci, most likely merong chapter dyan that discusses purpose in life. Which is, by the way, ito yung mga authors. I-zoom in natin para makita nyo yung mga authors. May hirap i-pronounce yung pangalan. So, kayo na lang bahala mag-pronounce nyan. Alright? So, going back to purpose in life, I would say, dahil nga positive psychology to connected, this is one of the most positive variables in psychology. Madalas yan. You read any journal articles in purpose in life, generally, maganda yan sa mental health. In fact, even in APA Online Dictionary, the way purpose in life was defined was very positive. As you can read here, the mental sense of goal or aim in the process of living or in existence itself. Tuloy mo. This concept is of special significance in existential psychotherapy. So, kinonek siya sa psychotherapy. And as we know, in psychology, ang psychotherapy, ang goal niyan is mapabuti yung psyche. So, ginagamit yung purpose in life as a tool para mapabuti yung psyche. Because again, it is a very positive variable in which its development is considered to be central to the treatment of anxiety, depression, and related negative emotional states. Bilugan natin yan. Treatment. Everybody say treatment. Pag sinabi mong treatment, gagaling. Merong disorder, magkakaroon ng order. Merong illness, magkakaroon ng betterment. Pwede mong gamitin yung purpose in life for something disordered para umayos. So again, purpose in life is a very positive psychological variable. In fact, etong purpose in life na to, though may mga modern researches tayo dyan, you can trace the history of this kay Viktor Frankl, who is considered to be an existential psychologist. Kaya nga, going back to the definition, yan, makikita nyo yung term dyan na existential psychotherapy kasi yung approach na pinanggalingan yan is existential. And one of the people na nagpasikat niyan, si Viktor Frankl in his book Man's Search for Meaning. Wherein, ang pinaka-thesis lang naman nung libro na yan is, the more a person knows kung ano ang purpose niya sa buhay, kung ano ang meaning ng buhay niya, bakit siya nabubuhay, para kanino siya bumabangon, mas nagiging maganda yung mental health niya. And eto, a brief background on this book, yung mga sinabi ni Frankl dito was based on his experiences in a concentration camp because he was part of the Holocaust. Isa siya sa mga Jews na nilagay sa concentration camps, and based on his observations, based on his personal experiences in the camp, doon niya nabuo yung mga ideas dito na mahalaga talaga sa psychological health ng tao yung meaning or purpose in life. Kaya nga, fast forward from the concentration camps, nung nakalabas na siya, lalo niyang pina-enrich, lalo niyang dinevelop yung purpose in life variable niya, ginawa niyang libro, ang title, The Will to Meaning, and this was the foundation of his psychotherapy approach called logotherapy. Shout out dyan sa mga psych majors na magbo-board exam. Pag sinabi mong logotherapy, ano ang goal niyan? You are going to help your client to identify his or her goal or purpose in life based on the assumption na kapag nakita niya yung purpose in life niya, overall gaganda ang mental health. Does that make sense? So yan yung short historical background nung purpose in life as a psychological variable. Although kung tatawid ka from psychology, punta ka sa theology, which I really believe there's a big overlap between psychology and theology. Gagawa natin ng ibang lecture yan. But I highly recommend you read this book by Rick Warren, The Purpose-Driven Life. It's just that in this book, ang focus din is purpose. Tutulungan ka na ma-identify mo ano yung purpose mo. Pero yung approach kasi dito is theological, hindi siya psychological. Though, it also talks about purpose. Okay? So, pwede nyong basahin tong libro ni Frankl at yung libro ni Rick Warren so that they can complement each other, mas maging maliwanag sa'yo kung ano yung purpose in life mo. So, given all these details I've shared with you, I want you to pause and reflect. Ikaw ba na nanonood ngayon, are you aware of your purpose in life? Could it be na yung mga unfulfillment mo, yung mga anxieties mo, yung mga stresses mo, can be explained by hindi pa kasi ganun kaliwanag yung purpose in life mo? And by the way, research shows that those people na hindi pa ganun kalinaw kung anong purpose in life nila, most likely at risk yung mental health. So if you are one of those people na mukhang nag-i-struggle ka psychologically, could it be that's one of the reasons? Hindi pa kasi ganun kaliwanag sa'yo kung ano yung purpose in life mo. And I hope this lecture as I go along, makatulong kahit papano in identifying your purpose in life. So balik tayo dun sa journal article na focus natin ngayon. Again, you can just download this and read on your own. Ang ipepresent lang natin dito are the highlights and the main ideas. Simulan natin sa introduction ng article. Obviously, isa sa mga ginagawa dyan, definition of terms. Define ng authors kung ano ang definition ng purpose based on literature. Ang sabi, purpose can be defined as a long-term, forward-looking intention to accomplish aims that are meaningful to oneself as well as impacting the world beyond oneself. Yan. Yan yung general definition of purpose in life, and I highlighted here the important words to make sense of purpose in life. Okay? Unahin natin yung forward-looking. Ibig sabihin, future tense. Pag sinabi mong, anong purpose mo sa buhay, most likely ang sagot mo dyan, isang bagay na gusto mong mangyari na hindi pa nangyayari, kaya tinatrabaho mo ngayon na mangyari. So, future tense to. So, a purpose in life can be to share God's word towards my students. Or your purpose can be para manalo ng isang basketball championship. O kung yung purpose mo is maging best actor sa isang movie. Yon. Mga forward-looking yon. Gusto mo mangyari, pero hindi pa nangyayari, but right now, your efforts papunta doon sa goal na yon. Okay? Yan yung ibig sabihin ng forward-looking. Next, meaningful means mahalaga sa'yo. Hindi lang ito yung random na gusto mong mangyari. Kasi pwede mong sabihin, maghuhugas ako ng pinggan mamaya. O, purpose in life ba yon? Hindi. Kasi personally, hindi naman meaningful sa'yo yun eh. That's not something that you want to happen. It's something that you have to. Kasi lagot ka sa asawa mo pag hindi ka naghugas ng pinggan. Diba? Pero yung purpose, it's something that you want to happen because personally, importante sa'yo yun, na mangyari yun. Kasi personally, tinawag ka ni Lord para mangyari yun. Yun yung pinapagawa sa'yo ni Lord. Kaya in some literature, ang tawag din dito is mission. Purpose or mission. Yan. Meaningful sa'yo, gusto mo mangyari because you are called to make that happen. Okay? And then, the last words, world beyond oneself, meaning ang purpose in life in general, it's very social. Gusto mo mangyari yon hindi lang dahil mahalaga sa'yo, but you want to have an impact on the life of others. Gusto mo mas mapabuti yung buhay ng iba. Kaya ang isang magandang purpose in life is something that is selfless. Something that contributes to the betterment of the life of other people. Uy, galing ko mag-English doon ha. So sa Tagalog, kaya mo gustong mangyari yon para makatulong ka sa ibang tao. Para mapabuti, tumaas yung quality ng buhay nila. Okay? Kaya nga, in the Christian faith tradition, one of the passages in the scriptures that perfectly reflects what purpose is, yung passage na to. If you read, for we are His workmanship created in Christ Jesus. For what? Yan. Yung word na for, After nyan, yan yung purpose. Yan yung future-looking, good works, which God prepared beforehand that we should walk in them. So again, if you read this passage, kayo na lang gumawa nun, i-connect mo dito sa definition ng purpose, this passage perfectly fits that. It's forward-looking, it's meaningful, and it's selfless. Na bilang ikaw, na kay Kristo ka na, because Jesus is your God, you are created for good works. Not to be saved, because you're already saved. Okay? Ilinawin ko lang yan. Gawa natin ibang lecture yan. Saved ka na. But because you are already saved, now your purpose is to do good works that will benefit the life of other people. At yung good works na yan, saan mo gagawin yan? In the context of the church, the body of Christ. Gagawa natin ng ibang lecture yan. Does that make sense? Yan yung ibig sabihin ng purpose in life. Okay? Now, tuloy natin. Sabi dun sa article, the most common adolescent mental health problems are depression and anxiety. Baka nagtataka kayo, kanina ang ganda ng statement, purpose in life, biglang maya-maya, boom, kinonect sa mental health problems and depression. Bakit? Mamaya as I go along malalaman ninyo, but I think this is very true in the Philippine society today at marami tayong mga studies na nagawa na dyan that confirms na marami talaga mga Pilipino ngayon matataas ang mga mental health issues. Maraming may mga depression, marami ang highly anxious, marami ang hindi stable ang mental health. In fact, you can just browse through social media, makinig ka sa mga balita, tignan mo ano nangyayari sa mga eskwelahan ngayon, violence left and right. These are indicators of the observation na talagang maraming mga adolescents ngayon, young people na merong mga mental health issues. Ituloy natin, sabi dun sa article, research has shown that individuals with a greater purpose in life have better psychophysical health throughout the lifespan. Yun, kaya pala kinonek. If you remember the definition of purpose in life, it's very positive. Dito mo na makikita yung positivity ng purpose in life. Na kapag malinaw sa'yo ang mission mo sa buhay, ang goal mo sa buhay, ano ang calling mo, you end up having better psychophysical health throughout the lifespan. Nakakaganda sa mental health. Meaning in life. Yung meaning in life, another term yan that is being used interchangeably with purpose in life. Okay, so paiba-iba silang ng term dyan, but basically it means the same. Is negatively associated. Yung mga psych majors dyan, yung mga nag-statistics na dyan. Sana naman naalala nyo yung negative association, meaning if one variable goes up, the other variable goes down. Apply mo dito yan. Kapag mataas ang meaning in life, most likely mababa ang basahin natin, symptoms of depression, anxiety, and plays a beneficial role in counteracting them. So for those of you who are highly depressed, mataas ang level of anxiety nyo, ang isang posibleng panglaban dyan, sabi nga dito, counteracting, is what? Meaning in life. You go back to your purpose, you go back to your mission, mas maliwanag sa yan, mas bababa yung depression and anxiety. A recent meta-analysis, yung mga psych majors dyan, pag meta-analysis, ito yung collection of many studies, kinolekta lahat yon na may common research question and then tinignan nila kung anong sagot nung mga studies na yon sa research question na binanggit. Okay, ano yung pinakasagot doon sa research question na to sa mga maraming studies na to? Ang tawag doon meta-analysis showed that significant negative associations of purpose in life with depression and anxiety in both healthy and clinical populations. Basically, kinonfirm lang to. Yung study nila Yerk et al. And other authors na ang meaning in life, mas alam mo, mas klaro sa'yo, mas isinasabuhay mo. Araw-araw bumabangon ka para matupad yung purpose in life mo, mas mentally healthy ka. Loneliness, which is a correlate of depressive and anxious symptomatology, is negatively associated with general well-being with purpose in life. Taas ang kami ng mga lonely dyan. Taas ang kamay ng mga Mr. Lonely. Taas ang kamay ng mga Miss Lonely at mga Mrs. Lonely. Ayan. For those of you who are asking, bakit kaya ako lonely? Of course, sa psychology, maraming variables dyan. But one of the variables na pwede mong i-connect sa loneliness is Hindi mo kasi alam yung purpose in life mo. So as you can see, again, sa mga kinote kong mga words dyan, mga researches dyan, purpose in life in general is a very positive psychological variable. So going back to the article, ano ngayon ang research question nila? Kasi lahat naman ng journal articles may research question. 'Di ba? Ito yung kanilang tinatanong, which factors were most strongly associated with purpose in life? Specifically in this article, gumamit sila ng iba pang mga psychological variables na hindi masyadong kinoconnect sa purpose in life, and they would like to know if those variables are indeed connected with purpose in life. Ano yung mga variables na yun? As I go along, you're gonna know. Okay? Punta tayo sa methodology. Sa study na to, it involved 444 adolescents. So mga mga young people to with a mean age of 16 years old. A majority were girls and the rest boys, and the vast majority were born in Italy. So karamihan dito mga Italians. For the instruments, marami silang ginamit dito. Why? Because again, for the psych majors here, sana naalala nyo to, bawat instrument na ginagamit sa isang research, merong isang psychological variable na minimeasure dyan. And if you go back to the research question, connected yan dyan. Paano mo malalaman kung ano yung mga factors na connected pa sa purpose in life na hindi masyadong pinag-aaralan in other researches, di gagamit ka ng instruments. Yan yon. So each of these instruments measures a certain variable na gusto nilang malaman kung connected ba sa purpose in life. So basahin nyo na lang yan isa-isa, pause the video if you need to, life engagement test, depression, anxiety, and stress scale, forms of self-criticizing and self-reassuring scale. If you want the details of these instruments, basahin nyo on your own in the article. But to simplify all this, para mabilis tayo, ito yung mga variables that they wanted to know kung connected ba sa purpose in life. Okay? Many of these variables, may mga variables dito na hindi masyadong kinoconnect sa purpose in life based on past studies. So in this study, they would like to know how connected are these variables to purpose in life. Paano nila malalaman? Siyempre, gagamit sila ng stat analysis. Diba? Kasi that's a very quantitative question. Is this variable connected to another variable? How can you answer that question? Mag-i-stat analysis ka dyan. And one common stat analysis being used to measure connections of variables is yung regression analysis. Okay? So, gumamit sila dito ng series of regression analysis such as linear, multiple, and network analysis. So, gagawa na lang natin ng ibang lecture yan. But I'm just going to discuss this very generically. Okay? Ang ginagawa lang ng mga stat analysis na yan, minimeasure niya how connected the different variables are to each other. Alam ko, excited na kayo. Results. Ano yung mga nakita nilang results using their methodology? If you read the article, ipepresent sa inyo yung mga tables na yan. Okay? So, i-zoom in nyo na lang. If you need to, medyo maliit. Okay? Another table is this one. Ito yung table of correlation. Kinorelate yung variables with each other. Ito naman yung result ng network analysis. Wherein, ang ginagawa lang sa network analysis is tinitignan kung gaano kalakas ang intercorrelations of the different variables with each other at the same time with purpose in life. And then iniiba-iba nila. If you read the methodology, minsan they're treating purpose in life as the predictor, minsan they're treating purpose in life as the outcome variable. I'm sure yung mga psych majors, I am making sense. Tama. So wag na nating masyadong i-emphasize yun. Okay? So let me just present to you some of the general findings. Number 1, purpose in life predicts lower stress, anxiety, isolation, and depression. So kung i-regression mo yan, gawin mong predictor yung purpose in life, ibig sabihin yan, mas mataas ang purpose in life, mas mababa ang stress mo. Shout out dyan sa mga stress. Yan. Sabi ng data, baka raw kasi hindi mo alam yung purpose in life mo. Kaya ka stressed. Okay? Pag alam mo yung purpose in life mo, mas mababa ang anxiety mo, mas mababa ang sense of isolation mo, which confirms the feeling of loneliness, if you remember, higher purpose in life, less lonely ka, and depression. Bakit may asterisk ang depression? Kasi based on the network analysis, yan yung pinakamalakas na connect among all these variables. Yan yung pinakamalakas na prediction na nagagawa ng purpose in life. Purpose in life, papuntang depression. Mas mataas ang purpose in life mo, most likely, hindi ka depressed. Yan yung connection na pinakamalakas compared to other connections between purpose in life and the other variables. Talagang nangingibabaw yung depression. Got it? Higher purpose in life, mas hindi ka depressed. Number 2, high depression predicts lower purpose in life. Ito naman binaliktad. Dito, purpose in life was treated as the predictor. Dito naman, it was treated as the outcome variable. Ibig sabihin, kapag mataas naman ang depression mo, okay, most likely, mababa ang purpose in life mo. Does that make sense? In fact, basahin ko lang yung excerpt from the article. Depression explained most unique variants in purpose in life, followed by self-assurance, self-hate, isolation, self-inadequacy, anxiety, stress, mindfulness, being a boy, anger, forgiveness, so on and so forth. Yan yon. Whether you make purpose in life as predictor of depression or purpose in life as outcome of depression, talagang yung connection between purpose in life and depression, malakas. Number 3, purpose in life predicts lower anger and self-hate. So, mas mataas ang purpose in life mo, less likely kang galit, and less likely ayaw mo sarili mo. Which is again, are indicators of good mental health. Diba, mababa anger mo, hindi mo hate yung sarili mo, paano ka magiging ganon? Alam mo yung purpose in life mo. Number 4, purpose in life predicts lower self-inadequacy and higher self-reassurance. So kapag mababa ang self-inadequacy mo, maganda sa mental health yan. Yung feeling mo sapat ka. 'Di ba? Feeling mo hindi ka kulang. Happy ka kung anong kaya mong gawin. Yun yung lower self-inadequacy. Higher self-reassurance, ibig sabihin, secure ka sa sarili mo. Hindi ka natitreten sa mga sinasabi sa'yo ng mga tao. Tuwing binabash ka, although in a way you feel bad, pero hindi ka masyadong naapektuhan ng pangbabash sa'yo. Because you are so assured of yourself. Paano maging ganon? Sabi ng data, pag mataas ang purpose in life mo. And last one, number 5, higher scores on depression, self-hate, and self-inadequacy were significantly associated with lower purpose in life. So, nung ginawa nilang outcome variable yung purpose in life, okay, ito yung finding. Kapag mataas ang score mo sa depression, self-hate, self-inadequacy, less likely alam mo yung purpose in life mo. O, kaya, ang posibleng interpretation dito, bakit ba ang isang tao hindi siya magiging aware sa purpose in life niya? Bakit malabo? Bakit hindi niya alam yung purpose in life niya? Ito yung posibleng sagot. Masyadong mataas yung depression, self-hate, and self-inadequacy. That's the results. Napunta ngayon tayo sa discussion. Okay? Let's now process these general findings about purpose in life. Basahin ko yung mga excerpts. Sabi dito, in line with our expectations, depressive symptoms and purpose in life were strongly and negatively associated. Again, negatively associated, variable A goes up, variable B goes down. So, mas mataas ang purpose in life mo, mas mababa yung mga negative variables na yan such as depression. Our results confirm previous findings on the role of purpose in life, which prior research has found to be strongly associated with depression both in adults. So, confirmed na talagang ang purpose in life, it's good for mental health. In what way is it good? Bumababa ang level of depression. Kaya nga naisip ko in connection to this, bakit masakit kapag merong isang relationship na natatapos? Kaway-kaway dyan yung mga nag-undergo ng breakup at nasaktan. Ano ang masakit sa isang breakup? Maraming reasons, no? But if you connect that to this article, one answer is kaya masakit ang breakup kasi nawalan ka ng purpose in life. Kasi nung kayo pa, nung magjowa pa kayo, yun yung naging purpose mo sa buhay eh. Mahalin siya ng mahalin araw-araw. Piliin siya ng piliin araw-araw. Right? Lahat ng energy mo, lahat ng pera mo, lahat ng resources mo, doon mo ginagamit to show this person how much you love him, how much you love her. And nag-break kayo. Ayaw na raw niya. Hindi pa raw siya ready. Pagod na raw siya. Oh, ano nangyari? Nung natapos yung relationship, nawalan ka ng purpose in life. And that's what makes it painful. Kaya nga sabi ng isang kanta, naku, pigilan nyo ako, ayaw kong kantahin to dito. Baka makopyright tayo. How am I supposed to live without you? How am I supposed to carry on? Tinatanong nung kumakanta. When all that I've been living for is gone. I want to highlight those words, living for. Yung words na living for, that reflects a person's purpose in life. Lahat ng bagay o lahat ng tao that you are living for is your purpose in life. Pag tinanggal mo yan, it's not gonna be good for your mental health. Kaya masakit ang breakup. Tinanggal mo yung purpose in life mo kasi iniwan ka na niya, nawalan ka ng purpose, yan ngayon yung tinatanong mo. How am I supposed to live without you? Does that make sense? Kaya nga in connection to that, I want you to pause and reflect. Kayo ba? What are you so invested in with your life? I want to use that word, invested. Saan mo binubuhos yung efforts mo, yung pera mo, yung lakas mo, all your resources? Most likely yan yung purpose mo sa buhay. And then you ask yourself, kung ano man yung sagot mo dyan, career, relationship, whatever, follow-up question, what if it is taken away? Ano sa tingin mo mangyayari sa'yo kapag yung sagot mo doon sa first question nawala? Ang hypothesis ko, based on this article, it will not be good for your mental health. Lahat ng bagay na ginagawa mong purpose mo sa buhay mo, kapag nawala yan, may negative effect yan sa mental health mo according to the article. Does that make sense? Kaya nga, ang key question dito when it comes to your purpose in life, when it comes to saan ka nag-i-invest, is how stable is it and is it worth it? Two important questions about investments, about your purpose. Stable ba yan? Worth it ba yan? In the language of Jesus, in fact, if you read the Gospels, may comment siya dyan eh. Kung anong dapat gawin mong purpose in life. Diba? If you remember the passage where he kept on using the word store up, naalala niyo yon? Do not store up for yourselves. Dalawang klase yon. Ano yung dalawang klaseng purpose in life that Jesus mentioned in that passage? Treasures on earth and treasures in heaven. May isa siyang commandment na do not store up, and then yung contrast nun, instead, store up. Diba? Ano yung earthly purpose? Ano yung earthly storing up? Ano yung pwede mong gawing purpose mo na earthly? Money, fame, power, influence, position. Yan yung earthly purpose. Heavenly purpose, God, salvation, grace, forgiveness, and peace. And if you go back to what Jesus said in that passage about storing up, meron siyang preference dyan. Hindi niya sinabing, respect natin yung mga tao, depende kung ano yung purpose nila. Hindi, talagang strong si Jesus dito. Yung do not niya, do not store up yung earthly purpose. Tapos, yung pang-contrast niya, imbis na earthly purpose yung store up mo, anong store up mo? Heavenly purpose. Does that make sense? So, anyway, short exercise. Sa tingin nyo, although ito ang preference ni Jesus, yung heavenly purpose, pero I want you to think for yourself. Alin dito sa dalawa, earthly purpose and heavenly purpose, do you think it's more stable at mas mataas ang worth? And the next question is, in your life right now, i-relate mo yung sarili mo dito, ikaw ba, kung ano man yung purpose mo sa life mo ngayon, because I don't know you. Diba? Pinapanood mo lang naman ako, diba? Pero whoever you are, kung ano man yung purpose mo sa buhay, anong kayang category niyan? Would you place your purpose in life under earthly or under heavenly? Sa tingin mo ba, whatever your purpose in life is, kung ano man yung sagot mo, do you think you need to make some adjustments? Again, that all depends on how stable and how worth it your purpose in life is. Okay? Isa yan sa mga pag-isipan mo. Next, our findings confirm that having a sense of purpose in life plays a crucial role in enhancing adolescents' well-being and protecting them from depression. I want to highlight the word protecting. Isa na naman palang isa na namang function ng purpose in life, it is a protective factor. I'm using the language of clinical psychology here. Protective factor. Ibig sabihin, kung ayaw mong masyado kang tablan ng depression or ma-prevent mo yung depression according to their data, one way to make that happen is dapat maliwanag sa'yo kung ano ang purpose in life mo. Okay? Adolescents who had greater purpose in life were also less critical about themselves and more compassionate, with clearest association emerging in relation to self-reassurance. Isa na naman to sa surprise variable na connected pala sa purpose in life na hindi masyado pinag-aaralan in previous studies, self-reassurance. So according to their data, kapag mataas ang purpose in life mo, tumataas din yung self-reassurance mo, which in the psychological literature, it's another good psychological variable pampaganda ng mental health. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng self-reassurance? Define nila yan Basahin ko. Considering setbacks and failures as normal hindrances occurring in everyone's life and may be more capable of reassuring themselves when things go wrong. So kapag mataas ang self-reassurance mo, hindi ka basa-basa natitreten ng criticism, ng bashing, ng failures. Kapag may purpose ka, may goal ka, hindi ka basa-basa nag-give up. Hindi ka basa-basa bumibitaw. May kakilala ba kayong ganyan? Ang bilis-bilis bumitaw. Most likely, mababa ang purpose in life nun. But for those people na mataas ang purpose in life, mataas ang level of self-reassurance, hindi sila basa-basa bumibitaw. And whenever I say that, in fact, yung self-reassurance na yan, it's very connected to the word resilience, which is again, in positive psychology, one of the most helpful, healthy psychological variables there is. Ang daming mga psychological outcomes na magaganda when somebody is resilient, which is connected to self-reassurance. 'Di ba? Pag self-reassured ka, 'di ba, hindi ka basa-basa bumibitaw, parang yung dinidescribe ni St. James in one of the letters, in one of his letters. 'Di ba? Kapag may pinagdadaanan ka raw, what do? You consider it pure joy. Huwag kang bumitaw. In fact, in a way, dapat positive ang take mo doon sa trials. Because anong sabi ni St. James, yung trials na yan, yung pagbabash nila, yung tinanggal ka sa trabaho, yung break ka ng jowa mo, it is just one way to strengthen your faith. See? Self-reassured ka Hindi mo iniisip na wala kang kwentang tao. Hindi mo iniisip na hindi ka magaling when these negative things happen because you are so self-reassured. In the words by Nietzsche, ito, philosophical, kasi interdisciplinary tayo dito, he who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow. Connected yan dyan. Kasi alam mo yung why mo alam mo yung purpose mo. So, hindi ka basta-basta natitinag, hindi ka basta-basta bumibitaw. Because whatever things not related to your why, hindi mo masyadong binibigyan ng importance. You just focus on your why. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng self-reassurance that is connected to resilience. Paano maging ganyan? Sabi sa data nila, kapag mataas ang purpose in life mo. Having a sense of purpose in life, we're also less critical about themselves and more compassionate, with the clearest association. Sorry, mali. Nasabi ko na pala yan. Tuloy natin. Ito pala. Having a sense of purpose may not only decrease the risk of depression, but also contribute to what? Overall well-being. Or, in the positive psychology literature, in-equate nila to sa happiness. Okay? So, mas mataas ang purpose in life mo, most likely mas masaya ka. And quality of life, confirming findings from previous studies on the beneficial role of purpose in life. Bakit ang purpose in life pampataas ng well-being? If you read the literature on purpose in life, i-present ko na lang din dito, may kinalaman pala yan sa motivation. Ito yung very common framework na pinapresent in explaining the relationship between purpose in life and well-being. Pinapagitnaan ng motivation. In psychological language, ito yung mediating variable. Pag may purpose ka sa buhay, nagpapagana sa'yo yan. And studies show na kapag mataas ang gana mo sa buhay, most likely, maganda ang well-being mo. Diba? But focus lang tayo dito, purpose to motivation. Pag alam mo yung purpose mo, ang benefit niyan, may gana ka mabuhay, may gana kang gumising, may gana kang magtrabaho. Diba? Parang yung na-experience ni Saint Paul, I press on toward the goal to win the prize of God's heavenly calling in Christ Jesus. Alam niya kasi yung purpose niya, so naglulook forward siya sa day that finally he will be rewarded by God in doing his purpose in life. Kaya mataas yung motivation niya. Nagigets nyo? Parang ano yan, yung analogy dyan, parang athlete ka, parang runner ka, na malapit ka na sa finish line. Kapag nakikita mo yung finish line, lalo kang nagkakaganang tumakbo. Gets nyo? Imagine mo, runner ka, di ba? Isang oras ka nang tumatakbo, hindi mo pa makita yung finish line, most likely mawawala yung motivation mo eh. Kasi yung katawan mo pagod na, di ba? Nagkaka-cramps ka na. Pero finally, when you see the finish line, na malapit ka na pala, and that's your purpose, to finish the race, ano mangyayari? Biglang lalakas ka, biglang mawawala yung cramps mo, di ba? Biglang magkakaroon ka ng drive, ng energy na to push more to reach the finish line. That's what happens to us when we are so clarified. Pag sobrang linaw sa atin kung ano yung purpose natin sa buhay. Kaya nga, another counter application of this, for those of you na parang gumigising ka araw-araw, feeling mo wala kang gana. Sino dito ganyan? Meron ka ba mga moments in life na parang wala kang kagana-gana? Parang wala kang gustong gawin? Where would that be coming from? That's one possible answer. Maybe nawala sa sight mo yung purpose mo. Kaya na-disconnect yung link between purpose and motivation. Hindi mo alam yung purpose mo or nalimutan mo yung purpose mo, nawala yung link ko. Ayan, oh. So you lost motivation to live. And how do you deal with that? Based on the article, you go back to your purpose. You go back to your mission. Why am I here? What am I called to do? Does that make sense? Now, let me share with you 3 implications of this. Okay? Based on this journal article number 1. First implication is purpose is good for mental health. Paulit-ulit yan in this study. Paulit-ulit yan in previous studies. Overall, maganda ang purpose in life sa mental health natin. Isa yan sa mga bagay na dapat alam mo sa sarili mo. Alam mo bakit ka nabubuhay. Alam mo yung life mission mo. Kaya for those of you na magdadrama dyan, sino dito mahiling magdrama? And one of your drama, ito, ayusin ko lang sarili ko. Now, personally, ako medyo hindi ako agree sa statement na yan, ayusin ko lang sarili ko. But for this lecture, pagbibigyan ko yan. O sige, payagan kita, ayusin mo sarili mo. One of the things na dapat mong ayusin sa sarili mo is what? In connection to this article, habang nandun ka sa Tagaytay, kasi 'di ba madalas pag inaayos yung sarili, aakit ng Tagaytay yan. 'Di ba? Iinom yan ng kape doon sa isang coffee shop na hindi ko nababanggitin na laging puno at katapat yung bangin. Kasi kita mo yung Taal. 'Yon. Ano kayang coffee shop 'yon? I-comment mo diyan sa baba. Habang nagkakape ka diyan, isa sa mga dapat mong iniisip about yourself, kung gusto mong maging maganda ang mental health mo is what? Ano ang purpose mo sa buhay? Yan yung isipin mo dyan habang nag-hot choco ka dyan. Habang nag-hot coffee ka, what is my life mission? One of the most important questions about ourselves that we need to answer. Number 2, another implication is, meron pala tayong partial control of our mental health. That if you want to be mentally healthy, meron tayong mga pwedeng gawin. Meron tayong mga pwedeng steps. Right? And one of those steps would be the choice, to make the choice to discover our purpose. Gusto mo maging maganda mental health mo? Make a choice. Alamin mo kung anong purpose mo. Especially for those of you na hindi pa alam ang purpose. Okay? As I end, Could it be, meron akong tatlong could it be's that I want to share with you. Actually, apat yata, no? Nalimutan ko na, but let me share this with you. Number one, could it be that the psyche is wired for purpose? Diba? I'm coming from the logic of purpose in life is good for mental health. Paulit-ulit yan sa mga studies. At ang logic ko dyan, if something is good for something, then maybe that something is meant for that something. Grabe, ang dami kong something dun, no? But I know you get my point. Tama? Kung ang isang bagay nakakapagpaganda sa isang bagay, siguro yung bagay na yon meant siya, ginawa siya para doon sa bagay na nagpapaganda sa kanya. Nagigets nyo? Yung simpleng analogy ko dito, bakit yung kotse tumatakbo pag nilalagyan ng diesel? Kasi yung kotse dinesign para lagyan ng diesel. Kaya tumatakbo. Nagigets nyo? Ganon din dito. When we talk about the psyche, and over again we see na yung purpose in life maganda sa mental health, hindi kaya kasi yung psyche natin ginawa talaga for a purpose. Ang psyche hindi pwedeng walang purpose. Parte yan ng kanyang existence, parte yan ng kanyang system. In fact, if you go back to the book of Genesis, isa yan sa mga binigay ni Lord sa first human beings, Adam and Eve. Purpose. If you read this passage, this can count as purpose. God blessed them and said to them, be fruitful, increase in number, fill the earth and subdue it, rule over the fish in the sea. Basahin nyo na lang, but that counts as a purpose. Ako, ang hypothesis ko dito, the very moment that Adam and Eve were given this purpose, tumaas yung motivation nila. Diba? Pwede namang sabihin na lang ni Lord, if you think about this, no? Ginawa niya sa Adam and Eve, and then that's it. Oh, bahala kayo kung anong gusto nyong gawin dyan, enjoy yourselves. Hindi. After making Adam and Eve, God gave them a sense of purpose. Maybe to jumpstart their motivation to live. Makes sense. Fast forward from Genesis, ganun din naman si Jesus in the New Testament. Bakit maganda ang mental health ni Jesus? Bakit napaka-productive ni Jesus? Kasi alam na alam niya yung purpose niya. Tanungin mo siya, Jesus, bakit ka bumaba sa mundo? Anong purpose mo? Klarong-klaro yung sagot niya. If you read the passage in one of the Gospels, to do the will of Him who sent me. Sobrang linaw kay Jesus ng purpose niya. Kaya if you read about Jesus in the Gospels, sobrang ayos ng time management niya eh. Alam niya kasi kung ano yung dapat niyang gawin at hindi niya dapat gawin. Because He is so clear about His purpose in life. He became so productive. Does that make sense? So again, hindi kaya ang psyche talaga ginawa yan for purpose. Kaya ang application nito is lahat tayo, if there's one thing about ourselves that we should know, it should be our purpose in life. What are we called to do? The more you know that, the better your mental health will be. Number two, could it be that distractions blind purpose? If purpose in life is so good for us, then why is it many people don't even know what their purpose is? Posibleng sagot dyan, distractions. Could it be? Because it takes mental energy to discover your purpose. Do you agree? Kailangan uupuan mo yan eh. Tapos magre-reflect ka. I-analyze mo yung sarili mo. I-analyze mo yung previous experiences mo para ma-identify mo yung purpose in life mo. Gagawa natin ng ibang lecture yan. Paano malaman ang purpose in life. But it takes mental effort to discover your purpose. Now, one of the things, bakit ang isang tao hindi siya mag-exert ng effort in knowing his or her purpose, ako sa tingin ko, and I'm asking, could it be distractions? Kasi sa mundo natin ngayon, in our society, punong-puno tayo ng distraction. Sabi nga nila, weapons of mass distraction through social media. Diba? Kung saan-saan tayo tumitingin, kung ano-anong kumukuha ng attention natin, videos, pictures, news, gossips in showbiz, events in politics. So lahat ng attention natin nadi-divide ng mga distractions na yon, and we fail to use that attention na sana ginamit natin to identify our purpose. And a partial support to this framework is the finding na present ko na kanina na karamihan ng mga may mga mental health issues, mga kabataan. Could it be these two are connected? Karamihan ng mga distracted sa social media, mga young people. ang lakas ng hatak ng social media in their attention. And because of that, as an effect, hindi sila nagkakaroon ng enough time, ng enough effort to really reflect what's their purpose in life. So marami mga young people ngayon, hindi alam ang purpose in life. Bigyan mo sila ng purpose in life scale, most likely mabababa ang scores nila. And could that explain these findings? Which is again, is established in the literature that the lower your purpose in life is, mas mataas ang mga mental health issues mo. Diba? So I'm just asking here, could it be connected yan? Na kaya hindi alam ng mga kabataan ngayon ang purpose nila sa buhay, it's because they are so distracted. Kaya nga, in connection to this question, I'm proposing a research here. Oy, yung mga mahihilig mag-research dyan, yung mga nanonood dyan, akala nyo, gawa-gawa ko lang lahat to. Magpo-propose ako ng research. Hindi nyo na kailangan magpaalam sa akin kung gusto nyo gawa ng paper to. Yung predictor variable ko, distraction. Yung outcome variable ko, lower purpose. Ang hypothesis ko dyan is, the higher your distraction, the more distracted you are, mas mababa yung sense of purpose mo. Yan yung hypothesis ko. Okay? So kung gusto nyo gawa ng paper yan, be my guest. Huwag na kayo magpaalam sa akin. But this is a good topic to explore. The more distracted you are, the less you will know your purpose. Kaya nga, in the Christian faith tradition, in connection to this, no, could it be na ito rin yung reason bakit mahalaga yung focus as one of the spiritual skills that we should learn? Diba? In the language of the Old Testament, yung swerving left or right, ibig sabihin yan, distracted ka eh. If you lose sight of your purpose, which is to obey God's command in the Christian faith tradition, it's not good for spiritual health. So what does God say? Do not swerve to the left or to the right. Focus ka lang, huwag kang distracted. Focus ka lang sa purpose mo. Every day, lahat ng behaviors mo dapat aligned sa purpose mo sa buhay. Yan kaya yung sinasabi ni Lord. Kaya dapat alam mo yung purpose mo sa buhay. Because it's good for your mental health. Just asking. Number 3, could it be that God clarifies purpose? For those of you who want to know your purpose in life, talagang hindi mo siya ma-discover, could it be one of the ways to do that is to be intimate with God, to be closer to God, so that God will reveal to you His purpose. Now, ang basic idea dito is all creation has purpose, and you are a creature, you are a creation. So when God created you, He created you for a purpose. Therefore, if you want to know your purpose, it makes sense, kanino mo dapat itanong? Sa Creator mo. And the key there is what we call spirituality, to be near God. Being near God can be one step closer to knowing your purpose. And if you read God's Word, if you read the Scriptures, isa yan sa common themes of the different Bible characters. The nearer they are to God, the clearer their purpose were. The clearer their purpose was. Talk about Adam and Eve, Moses, Joshua, Peter, John, Paul. Lahat sila naging near God. They were intimate with God, and yung outcome niyan, they know their purpose. Adam and Eve, anong purpose nila? To start humanity. Moses, anong purpose niya? To guide Israelites out of Egypt. Joshua is to guide Israelites from the desert to the promised land. Peter, anong naging purpose niya? To start the church. John, anong naging purpose niya? To foresee what will happen in the future and write down the book of Revelations. Si Paul, ano ang purpose niya? To speak the gospel to the Gentiles. How did they know their purpose? At some point in their lives, they were intimate with God. So for those of you who are asking, how can I know my purpose? That's one of the ways that I could think of. Increasing your level of spirituality, so that more or less, you can know your purpose after all. Diba? Sabi ko nga kanina, if you are created with a purpose, logically, who should you ask about your purpose? Your Creator. Diba? In one of the Old Testament passages in the Christian faith tradition, this is claiming that God knows His purpose for you. After all, He created you. For I know the plans I have for you, says the Old Testament. Makes sense. And last one, number 4, could it be that purpose is meant to be discovered, not created?
Isa ito sa mga gusto kong i-emphasize na ang purpose natin hindi dapat nanggagaling sa atin. In fact, I would even say that purpose precedes our existence. Bago pa tayo ginawa, God already knows what your purpose will be. So, ang application yan, huwag kang mag-imbento ng sarili mong purpose. Diba? Going back to the Old Testament, in one of the books, merong analogy dyan yung potter and the clay. Does the clay say to him who forms it, "What are you making?" Or, "Your work has no handles." Anong ibig sabihin yan? In connection to purpose, ibig sabihin lang yan, purpose is not meant to be made, but to be discovered. Between the created and the creator, the created should not decide what its purpose should be. Nagigets nyo? Ang isang bagay na ginawa, bago yan ginawa, may purpose na yan. At yung purpose na yan, saan nanggaling? External to the created. It came from the mind of the creator. So, i-apply mo yan sa psychological life natin. If you want to know your purpose, huwag kang mag-invento ng sarili mong purpose. Huwag kang gumawa kasi gawa na yung purpose mo. It's just that you have to discover what it is. Coming from the mind of your creator. Yung analogy ko nga dito yung tinidor Diba? Although ito analogy lang to. Yung tinidor, sabi niya, nag-decide siya. Gumawa siya ng sarili niyang purpose. Sabi niya nung isang araw, "Today, I decide to make people drink." Yan daw yung magiging purpose niya. Gagawin ko yung best ko para painumin yung mga tao. Tingin nyo yung fork magiging successful in doing that? Most likely hindi. Ang ending niya madi-discourage siya. Ang ending niya mafe-feel bad siya sa sarili niya. Kasi kahit anong try hard niya, nilulublob niya yung ulo niya sa tubig tapos ilalagay niya sa bibig, yung mga pinapainom niya hindi nasa-satisfy kasi ang konti ng tubig na nade-deliver niya. So, nafe-feel bad siya sa sarili niya. Ginagawa ko naman yung best ko. Bakit yung mga tao, pinapainom ko uhaw pa rin? I feel so useless. I feel so inadequate. Bakit kaya? Kasi, hindi naman yan yung purpose mo. Ikaw lang naman kasi gumawa ng purpose mo to make people drink. A key question is, pag umakyat ka ng Tagaytay at iinom ka ng hot chocolate doon, katapat ang Taal, again, ano yung key question? What am I created for to do? Yan yung key question. Ba't ka ba ginawa? Para saan? And who has the best answer to that question? What am I created for to do? You ask the Creator. Tanungin mo yung designer mo. Bakit ba yung gumawa ng tinidor, anong purpose? Para ba magpainom? Hindi. Nung nasa Tagaytay ka, ginawa mo yan, what am I created for to do? You prayed about it, tinaasan mo yung spirituality mo, nagkaroon ka ngayon ng insight. Given my design, given my capability, hindi pala ako ginawa para magpainom ng tubig. Ginawa ako para, kumuha ng hotdog, kumuha ng solids, para magpakain, hindi para magpainom. And I would predict that this fork would be way, way, way much better delivering food than delivering water. Kasi, yung ginagawa niya is now in line with its purpose. Kasi finally, tinanong niya yung creator niya, bakit mo ba ako ginawang tinidor? Di sinagot siya, para kumuha ng mga solid food and feed people, not make people drink. That's why as I end this lecture, my closing question is, kayo ba? Ikaw na nakikinig ngayon, what are you designed to do? One of the most important questions that will definitely improve our mental health is, what's my purpose in life? What am I called to do? Sabi nga ni Mark Twain, di ba? The two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. It's a very important day indeed. Blessed ka kapag finally God reveals to you what your purpose in life is. Alright? So yun lang, yung maikli nating lecture, quote-unquote maikli, halos 1 oras pala ako nagsalita dito. That's our journal article review number 29. If you have any questions or comments, ilagay nyo lang dyan sa baba. Okay? Sir Howard here until the next lecture. God bless everyone. Ingat kayong lahat. Bye-bye.